I am sorry. Are you okay?
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day I'm hustling.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready.
BoxingVoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just
the body punches? I was hitting with body punches, and I heard him actually, he was crying in there.
You were saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him?
Yes. When did that happen? And perhaps the fourth round on.
BoxingVoice.com.
So that you knew you had him by that time.
Absolutely, but I knew he was tough and he was taking those punches.
Jalolov-Onoriode production.
Making women gestures like, oh.
Let's go, champ. It's the champ. Shannon the champ. With the fake champ. Italian lightning could go. BoxingVoice.com.
I'm a team like he's a C+ fighter. I'm gonna dominate. I'm a dog this fight. I'm talking about punishment. We're gonna punish you for 12 rounds. Either the referee says you had enough, or you can say you had enough, or you can stay your ass there all night until you ain't had enough. I feel I'm the best in the sport, and to be the best, you got to beat the best. And all I did was beat opponents. I worked my way from the bottom to the top. I won a title by beating top competition and top fighters. This guy was heavyweight champion.
Do you feel that you're the best super middleweight right now?
100%.
Let's go, champ.
He can bring the pressure. He can box. I'm a true champion. I'm willing to go to his turf in Atlantic City. I'm going to step on him. I'm going to crush him. Y'all can mark my word to this. I'm going to crush him. He's a C+ fighter. I'm an A+ fighter. Come Saturday night next week, all the fans tune in because I'm going to dominate. This guy is flat-footed, swing wild. I'm not worried about who his trainer is because his trainer can't get in there and fight for him.
Jalolov-Onoriode production.
BoxingVoice.com. BoxingVoice.com.
What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. This is your 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time episode, and we're here to discuss the heavyweight showdown. It's going to be a triple header of heavyweights. We got Jared Anderson back in action, and that's what we're going to be discussing today here on TBV, the Voice of the People. There is no equal. I'm looking for your predictions. Hopefully you want to tell us who you got in the heavyweight fight, and if you want to give us your predictions for the undercards, you can do that as well. I'll give you everyone who's going to be on the undercard, their records, and all that good information that you need. We'll preview and predict, and we'll be on our way. Remember, there's a lot of boxing this week, and we did previews and predictions for Alexander Usyk and Daniel Dubois yesterday, which is another heavyweight affair that ESPN Plus and Top Rank will be streaming for us U.S. boxing fans. Right alongside this one with Jared Anderson, the return of Jared Anderson, the real big baby. So if this is what you want to listen to, this is something you want to partake in, head on over here to The Boxing Voice over on YouTube, youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. Hit that thumbs up. If you want to voice your opinion, join us on Twitter. If you're already on Twitter, go ahead and retweet the space so we get some other callers. Maybe you're just a listener. But you know, ain't no show without you. So if everyone's just listening, we're giving the information and we're out of here. And yeah, don't forget we're trying to get to that goal of 1 million subscribers. So if you haven't already subscribed to the YouTube channel, that's something that we definitely appreciate and would want you to do. We're dangerously close to 180,000 subscribers, but we're still hunting for that milli. So let's see here. We got to bring up today's card, or rather, should I say this weekend's card. And we're going to have Big Baby Miller. Wrong Miller. Wrong baby. Wrong baby. That's the wrong one. We're talking Jared, the real Big Baby Anderson. He's the fighting pride of Toledo, Ohio. And he will take on the Ukrainian contender, Andriy Rudenko. Anderson is 15-0 with 15 KOs. And he debuted in 2019. He's been on Top Rank doing his thing. And we've been loving not only his fighting style, but his ring walks and his ring attire. Salute to Jared Anderson, that's definitely made an impact in that short amount of time that he's been pro. Rudenko is 39 years old with more than 16 years of pro experience. His better years have obviously been before him. A long time ago, he was 24-0 before he lost to Lucas Brown, who obviously is a common opponent with a lot of top heavyweights. He also suffered a loss at the hands of Huey Fury in recent years, but he provides a good test for guys like Jared Anderson. So we'll see how Anderson gets rid of Rudenko and how long Rudenko can stick around. Again, 35 wins, 6 losses, 21 wins coming by knockout. In your co-feature, you got the heavy-hitting Nigerian contender Efe El Jefe Ajagba. He'll be taking on the Kazakh southpaw in Zhan Kuzabowski. I don't know how Kuzabowski has even gotten here. I was at the WBC convention where Don House debated with Mauricio and damn right pled not to let this guy jump Otto Wallin in the rankings. That didn't fly. It didn't matter. He did jump Otto. He was scheduled for a fight with Anderson, suffered an injury. Now he's back to face Efe El Jefe. We'll see how that one plays out. Kuzabowski obviously is a puncher himself with 19 wins, 18 of those by knockout. Ajagba, we know he's a puncher, so this should be good. Now, heavy rumors that Top Rank is going to cut a lot of fighters, so I don't know. These fights might end up being, do or dies. There's rumors out here that they're going to cut about 20 of these guys. I don't know why. I don't know who. Something about they ain't moving the needle. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Also on that undercard, we'll have Bruce Carrington. He's going to be taking on Angel Antonia Contreras. You'll have another heavyweight in Jeremiah Milton taking on Craig Lewis. Craig Lewis is a common opponent with, not common opponent, but a sparring partner of Deontay Wilder. He also was knocked out. I think the first person to knock him out was Zhang, the Big Bang. But I'll double check that. But I think there's still one more heavyweight fight scheduled for this. And this is going to be an 8-rounder with Jeremiah Milton. And yes, it was the Big Bang that knocked him out. That's the only time he's been stopped. But again, Lewis is old. He isn't active or consistent. So, it's not a bad fight for Milton. He needs it. He needs some experience, and that's definitely what Craig is going to provide. But we also have Nico Ali Walsh versus Sana Akale. I don't know who that is. We'll see how that works out. The return of Abdullah Mason as well. He's going to be taking on Caesar Villarga. And then no clue who this other person is. And it looks like they took off the Nigerian heavyweight. That sucks. Let me see what this other guy's name was. No, I don't even have it up. But it was like Ordinier or something like that. It was the Nigerian heavyweight he lost on PBC once. He's no longer on the lineup, and it was supposed to be a triple header of heavyweights. I mean, Milton didn't even make the televised portion, so because Bruce Carrington took that spot, he's the feature spot. Then you got the co-feature. Milton was just under Bruce Carrington and right above Nico. But there are two other fights on here. Charlie Suarez taking on Johan Velasquez. And I don't know who the hell this is. Ajagba-Zhan. I don't even know. Whatever. We'll see him if he's worth remembering and learning how to pronounce his name. I guess we will. If you want to call in and give your prediction, you can. Big card. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fights on this fight card. Fight card should start at 6 p.m. Eastern, which is 6:50 Eastern, 3:50 West Coast, and the main event is 10:30 p.m. Eastern, which should be 7:30 West Coast. But I got some callers. I'm gonna go ahead and get out to you guys. I know this is some hardcore shit right here, so it's where we at.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Nino, what up?
Yo, Ness, you can hear me?
Perfect.
Yeah, I just got on here. Ain't Jalolov fighting this weekend?
I'm gonna check Dan's schedule, cause definitely on the ESPN press release, he's not on there.
Damn. All right. Well, shit, man. About this Anderson fight, everybody pretty much know why he back in there so quick. They found some dude I ain't even never heard of him. So I seen he ain't fought in a little minute. So just a little showcase fight. Hopefully, he go out there do what he supposed to do. And with the undercard shit, that's what I'm pretty much looking forward to. Some of the younger names on there, especially Abdullah Mason, pretty high on him. Want to see what he do. Nico, I'm off that train, bro. I never was too high on him, but after that last performance, I think they just using him for his name at this point. I think they're gonna move him real slow because that last fight was, I don't know, I wasn't high on that shit. And Carrington, I think they need to move Carrington up a little bit more. Nothing too crazy, but I think they just been feeding him bombs at this point. But
so they do got Jalolov on Dan's schedule. He's the first fight under Charlie Suarez, but that's not on the official press release that went out today. So I don't know if Bakadir Jalolov is going to take on the Nigerian heavyweight that I was trying to say, which is Ordinier. I ain't going to try to pronounce the last name.
Yeah, I don't even know why he don't be getting no hype or nothing like shit. They be hyping up Jalolov.
Well, he just signed the top rank. He was with Lou DiBella. Lou DiBella got him to 6-0, plus let him go back to the Olympics to get the gold. So, he just ain't got no network. So he had to cut him loose, and Jalolov signed the top rank.
Yeah, understood.
Lou lost Conwell too, man. Lou lost Conwell too.
Yeah, Lou. Yeah, I just seen that on Instagram or whatever. I looked at dude Instagram.
Plus Hannah Gabriel's pop. Lou been having a horrible year, poor man.
Yeah, he going through it. He going through it. But shit, it happens to the best of them. But man, like I said, man, it's a hardcore show. It ain't too many people on here. Like I said, bro, all these fights, shit, we know what's gonna happen this weekend unless something crazy happen. So shit, it's just a good weekend of boxing, man. Sit back, kick it. But that's all I got for you, Ness, man. Y'all hit that like and subscribe button.
You the man, champ. Yeah, hopefully I can hit a parlay. There's a lot of little fights out there. Alan, what up? Trying to eat, even though I ate.
Yo,
Yo, pasa.
TBB.
What up?
What up, man? What up? Hello. Hey, look, man, I'm gonna be all over the place here today, man. But I'm gonna just get my prediction out real quick. I definitely got Big Baby winning this. You know, he's in a position where he knows he can't lose because everything is on the line. You know, everything matters. Every win matters. So he has to win and show us what he got to bring to the table. You know, he should knock this guy out quick. Don't give no time to this guy, man. Just bring that mean self out and knock him out. And I was watching the interview of Charlo. I think it was I don't know what podcast it was, man, but man, people gotta put respect on Charlo, man. You know, they talking hella shit about him, like he's not gonna win at all, man. And I think he is gonna win, man. You can just see it right in his face, like he's not joking around, man. He knows like he needs this win to show to the people like that he is one of the greats, you know. I was gonna say one more thing about that I was seeing a lot of people saying that he's gonna lose and they don't give respect to him at all because of how he acts and stuff like that. But man, hey, really, that's all I got, man. That's all I got. Just want
All
to
right.
speak on that Charlo part, man. Really, we need to get this Canelo out of here, man. He's cheating, man. Charlo ain't doing none of that, man. I got no respect for these cheaters no more, man. We already know Canelo was on that clenbuterol, man. You know, that's not the right way to chase greatness, man. Charlo ain't got to do none of that. So I want Charlo to get this guy out of here. Get him out the sport already. Whoop his ass. Charlo all day, man. Let's go.
All righty then. For those that don't know, um, Jim Lampley is going to be part of the pay-per-view.com broadcast team, but he would only be a host. He's not going to call the live play-by-play, so you won't get no bang, bang, bang. But if you miss the nostalgic voice of Jim Lampley, buy the pay-per-view for Canelo and Charlito on payperview.com and not on Showtime or Paramount. Because Paramount and Showtime ain't giving you the playback anyway. And I hear payperview.com does for a month. What up, though? Hawk, what's goody?
Oh, yo, what up, Ness? Yo, Ness. Hey, what I was about to say, you know what I'm saying? It sounds like the show you said is Ajagba and Big Baby.
Well, not Ajagba and Big Baby.
I know they're not fighting each other, but they're on the same show. This is
Yes.
the same card. Oh, okay. So it sounds like a Jay Prince card then, right?
Uh, I mean,
Ajagba with Prince.
he's a heavyweight. That's all.
Yeah, but I think Ajagba is with Prince. Didn't he lose to the boxer with Canelo?
Frank
Because that's
Sanchez,
what I want to
yeah.
see.
He lost to
Yeah, I want to see how
Sanchez.
Ajagba. Yeah, I want to see how Ajagba look. You know, because he, you know, I want to see how he look on this fight. I'm definitely gonna get it. Is this pay per view or is it ESPN?
Nah, this ESPN. This the Jared Anderson Big
Oh,
Baby card.
oh, Big Baby Miller.
No, Jared Anderson Big Baby
Oh, Big
card.
Baby. Okay, okay. Yeah. Well, I also want to see Jared because I think he learned a lot in that last fight. He was a little surprised by what's his name? What's his name that he fought last? He did real good against him. The Prince, yeah, Prince. He fought the Prince last, right? And he gave him a
Yes.
good. They went 12, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good battle. But I think I want to watch Jared and I want to watch Ajagba because Ajagba for me, I just want to see if he's still on point because he just seemed like he wasn't into he ain't been into his fights like you know what I mean he just seems slow to me in his fights lately. So, but Jared, I want to see him because in his last fight he was a little over anxious. I want to see if he slow down and take his man apart. I got him winning. I got him knocking the dude out. But I just hope he do it like more because he took a lot of shots. He could take a punch, but it was like unnecessary for me. I mean, how did you see that fight?
I mean, I think that's why they're bringing him right back. You know what I mean? To
Uh-huh.
to keep him active and to work on some of the things that they seen in that particular fight. I don't see any big deal. I feel like this is
Yeah.
doing more harm than good because he should blow this guy out, and it's basically a step back. So again, if he doesn't blow the guy out, he looks bad. If he does blow the guy out, he was supposed to. So we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically the same thing I'm looking for then his
You may feel like it's
I
your
guess
time,
chance store. They want to see his
but
work.
it's not your time.
But
But
great show.
Charles Martin was a step up. Obviously, he was a former world champ. Common opponent with AJ. So that's a good thing. If you want to call in, now is the time to go ahead and raise your hand or request to speak. Hot Boxing Minute. What up?
Yo, what's up with it, Nestor Gibbs? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. How are you?
I'm doing well, doing well. Hit that like button, TBV, the biggest, baddest podcast in all the land. I figured I'd chime in since nobody else wanted to chime in. This is a showcase fight for Jared Anderson, your boy Andriy Rudenko. The shortages, the deficiencies that we saw in that last fight against Charles Martin was Jared Anderson likes to keep his head on the center line and lean back, which doesn't really work well against longer guys with bigger reach. That won't be a problem against this guy. He's shorter than Jared Anderson. He has less reach. So, what was it? Less than a 50-day turnaround between his last fight and this one. He should get that dude, Andriy Rudenko, out of there in like 4 to 6 rounds, I'm thinking, in vicious fashion. Rudenko has double the amounts of fights, but he does have some, losses against some very tough dudes. Agit Kabayel, Alexander Povetkin, Big Bang Zhang, and whatever. But yeah, this is definitely a showcase fight for Jared Anderson against a smaller guy with less reach. The interesting fight I think is going to be the Kasabutsky fight with Efe Ajagba, because Kasabutsky he's a little smaller than Efe Ajagba, but he got a little bit of craft to his little southpaw Ukrainian style. So wherever he's from where Triple G is from. But that could be interesting. I think he's the betting favorite in that fight. And I'm looking forward to seeing Bakudir Jalolov. That dude is a beast. He was about time he got some shine on a big platform like Top Rank. And you already know what all the prospects are going to do. Abdullah Mason's going to do his thing. Shushu Carrington, Nico Ali Walsh got to do something to gain some more public face after that draw in his last fight. But yeah, that's my 2 cents. Hit that like button, TBV. Peace out, Ness.
All right. Let me see who we got here on our landline. Remember the number to call 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time to voice your opinion. We're looking for your predictions. We got Caleb in. Nope, that's not Caleb. This is a brand new caller. And 972, who's this?
What's going on, man?
What's
This
up?
is Caleb.
Oh, you got a new number.
Yep.
All right. Talk to us.
First of all, man, shout out to the Boxing Voice. Y'all are doing it big for boxing.
Appreciate you.
I'm excited for it's good to see Jarrett staying active because his last fight he showed a little bit of vulnerability as far as pulling straight back. You know, not using enough head movement, not enough some of the fundamentals like pulling your hands back. So it's good to see him staying active. So it is more of a showcase fight. But like I said, it's good to see him staying active. I think the co-main is probably going to be more interesting.
The Ajagba-Kuzabuski?
Yeah, Ajagba and Koso. That's going to be interesting. That's more like evenly matched, so I'm excited to see that one too. But so I wanted to ask you, why do you think they're fighting in Tulsa this time instead of Ohio again? Because it seemed like the Ohio event was pretty successful, right?
Casino money.
Okay, got you.
Tulsa's a casino, so they getting that site fee.
Okay, but appreciate you, Ness.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for rocking out. Caleb.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
You too. Let's see. No callers on Discord is over. See, this is what happens when you talk hardcore shows. People, we got Al in the Bay. People rather talk them fantasy shows. See what I'm saying? Then they say I'm the casual. What up, Al?
Yo, what's up, Ness?
Chilling.
You know, I'm glad that, they're bringing him back, since that last fight, I'm not saying it wasn't a fan favorite fight, but, he knew what he had to work on, so, that defense, learn how to split that jab, and counter. I think you're gonna see a lot more of that in this fight. I'm not too worried about the knockout. I really want to see if he changed and learn how to flip a jab just a little bit, and counter. I think that's his next adventure, and then from there, learn how to keep his feet moving. I think he'll be dangerous if he learns how to, box on his toes instead of just throwing power shots. It's good to throw power shots, and knock people out, but sometimes you can't knock everybody out. And he just kind of learned that. He couldn't just knock everybody out. Now he's got to throw some more wrinkles in his game and really learn how to. I know he already know how to box, but learn how to box efficiently with his defense and learn how to counter more. And I think that's what you're gonna see in this fight. I'm just so happy to watch him fight. Just see the evolution. By the time he gets to the shot of his belt, man, he's gonna be a dangerous fighter. He's a dangerous fighter now, but I mean, once he gets that real shot, it's gonna be over. He's taking over. Once you get that belt. Yeah, that's my call.
All right. Al in the Bay. Appreciate you calling in. We got Ortiz. What up?
Oye, ¿qué pasó, mayor?
What up, Tim? Oh, Ortiz, I'll be right back. That's my guess. Coach Larry Wade, how are you?
What's going on? What's going on? You by yourself, I see.
I'm by myself. Danny's in the gym.
Got it.
How
Can you
are
see
you?
me and can you hear me properly?
Everything is good.
Beautiful. Thank you for having me.
So how are you?
Bro, busy.
I know.
Busy. But
That's exactly why I wanted to get you on, man. You're working with just about everybody these days. It looks like you're the new And I don't want you to take any offense because I know he had a bad rap at one point in his career, but like you're the new Alex Ariza right now. You're like the go-to strength and conditioning coach, no?
Well, you know what? I just take it day by day, and I'm grateful for everyone who trusts me in that journey because I never take it lightly. These guys put their life on the line every time they go in that ring. So I realize a lot of the major issues come from guys getting fatigued and making mistakes, and that's usually when they get hurt or bad, rehydration after, cutting weight. So I take those responsibilities very seriously. So for everyone who's ever, acquired my services or asked me to be part of their team or their family or their journey, I'm grateful for it because I know everything that's on the line every time they get in there.
So I want to take you back to your start because I know that you had a track and field start, and I don't want to
Mhm.
overstep and say your start was when I think it was. So when was your start in boxing?
You know what? No, Stephanie. If anything, I think you know my complete story. But I started here with Sean Porter and Kenny Porter about a decade ago, and I saw Sean Porter working out at the track and along with Kenny Porter. And at the time, I had no idea who Sean Porter was. I had no idea who Kenny Porter was. As a matter of fact, I thought Sean was a football player, and I had been working with many NFL guys up to that point, and introduced myself and found out that Sean was a boxer, and I gave my card to Kenny Porter. Probably 2 weeks later, he called me and asked me if I could take Sean through a workout and can I get guys in shape? And I said, absolutely. That's exactly what I do. And so we did a workout. Sean loved it. Kenny loved it. And then Kenny asked me to be part of a camp. At that time, I had no idea what a camp really consisted of. I just was like, I want to help, but I don't want to take a chance on ruining this young man's opportunity. And he said, no, come to the gym every day for free. Listen, learn, pay attention, and you just do your strength work and your conditioning work. And I said, okay. So I went to the gym every day, probably around 4 hours a day, if not five, every day for free, just so I could learn. That's when I learned. That's when I met a young Devin Haney at that point. I think Devin was like, I want to say maybe 13, 14
Mm,
years old at that time. And because how old is Devin now? Like 23, 24?
24.
24. So he was 14 years old then. And I met a young Devin Haney at that time, and he was doing some spar work with Sean Porter at that time, doing the last couple of rounds just so that Sean could stay active. And I knew then he would be talented, but that's what my start really began. I was going in the gym every day.
And since Sean, how many fighters have you worked with in total, regardless if you're still with them or not with them? Have you kept count?
No, brother. You know what? I have that down on paper at my house. I don't keep it on top of my head. I do know that my winning percentage is like 88, 89% out of all the wins and losses of all the fights. But I don't remember the exact number. I do know there's like 14 world titles, and I have no idea how many championship or world title rounds I have underneath my belt. I would guess somewhere around 60 to maybe 80, just me guessing. I have no real idea of paying attention to it. But I've been there for a while. I've been through a lot of different camps, a lot of different experiences for sure.
And are you still working with Keller Plant?
I worked with Caleb for his last fight, and he brought in another guy to work with him as well. And I worked with also for that full camp. We have not talked about anything.
Hmm. Dropped off. That was strange. Damn, how you just dropped like that? Hopefully he comes back. Must have got a call. That is Coach Larry Wade. Once again, for any Patreon or YouTube member, head on over our Patreon page. You'll find the respective post for Coach Larry Wade, and the same for YouTube members is right there on our communities page. Larry, you're back. Yeah, we got you.
I don't know. I don't know what happened, brother. I apologize.
No worries, no worries.
No, I worked with Caleb for his last fight, and as far as I know right now, we're still working together. But we have not started anything for the new possible fight he has in front of him.
And I seen you on the track with Rolly. I know there's a lot of rumors about Rolly having a fight. So how's that been going?
Well, I just got back. I'm gonna be very honest. I was gone for about 10 weeks. I was
Wow.
in camp with Jake Paul in Puerto Rico. So I've been back now a total of 2 weeks. And so I haven't started really working with guys, full blown as of yet. I need a little decompression time for myself. And on top of that, 1 week after I got home, I got COVID. So
Oh
I
wow.
was in the bed for about a week. So I'm just now starting
COVID
to move
still
around.
exists?
And
What the hell?
yeah, it's actually starting to get worse again, actually. But I was in
Uh-oh.
COVID for a week, and I'm just now starting to move around again. So I haven't had a chance to really lock up with anyone after being gone for almost 3 months. And I guess technically it is 3 months. So I'm gonna follow up with guys this week and kind of see where we are moving forward. I
So
know
that
Rabesi
post was
Ramirez has a
old?
fight coming up this fall. Say that again.
The post you posted was old? When you and him was on the
Of which one?
track and you were saying something like you very proud of this young man?
We're Rolly?
Yeah.
Yeah, it had to be old because I haven't seen Rolly since he won his title in May.
Whoa. Okay, so that must have
Yeah,
been something old you posted.
possibly.
Okay, okay.
Oh yeah, that was of him walking. He was talking.
Yeah, y'all was on the
Yeah,
track
that was
together.
that was an old post that I didn't get a chance to put up, and because the kid is hilarious, man. If you get a chance to really be around him, first of all, he's really smart. I don't care what no one says. If you really stay around the kid, you realize he's almost genius. He's so smart, but
Mm.
he's also a lot of fun.
So how was your time in Puerto Rico with Jake?
It was great. Listen, man, I didn't know what to expect, but I flew out to see Jake in April actually for kind of like just a fill out period to see if we can both mesh well together, and I didn't know what to expect. It was my first time meeting him. The only thing I really knew is what I saw on social media. And so when I got there, I realized this kid is a real professional about what he does. He doesn't play in the gym. From the time that he walks in the gym, he sits down, he puts on his shoes. He's saying hello to everybody while he's putting his shoes on. He's rapping, he's starting to warm up, and he's straight to the work. And when the work is over, he ain't in there just spending all day and playing. He getting his recovery stuff in line, getting ready to go home and eat, so he can do whatever he needs to do, in the next training session. He's a true professional. But I didn't know what to expect. But what made me really want to work with Jake was Jake said a couple of things to me that really stood out to me. He said, first thing, coach, don't ever lie to me about where I'm at. Don't lie to me. Just tell me the truth. If I'm ready, I'm ready. If I'm not, I'm not. I don't want to be told that I'm ready if I ain't ready. I don't want to be, blowing my head up. Tell me the truth. And I respect that. I said, well, Jake, my reputation's on the line as well, so I'm not going to ever tell you anything that's not the facts about where you're at. First thing. And then the second thing he said to me, he said, Coach, I want to be a world champion. And I took a step back, brother. I'm not going to lie. I've been in this game at a high level for a long time. So I took a step back to be like, did this kid just say he want to be a world champion? And then I said to myself, why not? Why can't he? Who am I to say, or who is anyone in a position to tell him what he can and cannot do? And that made me excited because, okay, let me go against the odds. Let me help this young man get to where he say he wants to be. And if I'm as good as I want to be and pretend to be, then I'll be able to help this young man get to where he wants to go if he's willing to commit and put in the work. And I see.
Why he keep dropping off like that? I ain't getting that. And we know that ain't never happened. So that gotta be a Larry Wade thing. But he'll be jumping back on probably, hopefully. I was getting deep into that Jake Paul story. Coach, go for
Oh,
it, man. I don't know what's going on. That's never
me
happened, but
either.
let's just keep it moving.
Yeah, so I never worked with another young man who has, you know, come into the sport the way he's come to the sport. He didn't have a long amateur, career. But when I tell you the young man works his ass off and doesn't complain and does everything I ask him to do to the best of his ability, man, I have no complaints with Jake Paul and his work ethic and his commitment to the sport. He was not playing with this thing. He committed like any other world champion did, and I would dare anyone to challenge that at any point because he definitely did that. He worked just as hard, if not harder, than a lot of the guys I've worked with in the past.
Mm. That's
He's
impressive.
he's serious. Listen, you know my workouts are not easy. You've heard about them. I tried to take you through them. No one's ever said to you, "Oh yeah, that easy work." And that young man put in the work and he committed and did it all the workouts, bro, all of them.
And did you watching his performance versus Diaz? Did you feel that everything worked out as it should? And I don't mean from
Absolutely,
the
but
performance in the ring. I mean, your department, strength and conditioning, him having the stamina for the duration of the fight, him being explosive, those things.
I felt like he did everything he should have done to be at that point. You got to talk about development. Here's a guy who has like 8 fights, and we're taking this young man from 0 to 10 rounds. Most professionals who come from with a long amateur career are not fighting 10-round fights in their seventh, eighth fight, right? So for him to go as far as he did in that short period of time and put in the work to get there and still bounce around in round 10 and still be able to throw power punches, he did everything that needed to be done, and I commend him on that. And I can promise you it's only going to get better. Like I said, you name another world champion outside of just a couple maybe that have had to go 10 rounds in that seventh, eighth fight. They're not many, but he had to do it coming from not a amateur background. That's huge. That's a huge testament to who he is mentally. This kid is strong mentally, man. You'd be surprised.
Nah, I mean, there's a lot of people that don't want to give him his credit, but you can tell how different and strong he is because, I mean, he was already rich. Let's be real. He
It
was
was.
already rich, He could have continued to make money uploading videos and collecting endorsements and doing all the other things. He decided to get punched in the face and be a competitor and continue to
Right.
do that even when people say that he's not good or that he won't be in. So you can tell that, he's willing himself to do this and more. Um, how far do you see him going? I know you said, who are you to say that he can or can't become world champ? But how far do you see him going?
I mean, we're gonna be honest about the sport. There's guys who made it to be world champions that we question now, like how'd they ever get this far? And I know for a fact that with that being said, even though this is a sport, it's also a form of entertainment. I feel like he has every opportunity and every chance to become a world champion like anyone else. And I want to be able
Absolutely.
to help him get there.
I think he has more of an opportunity because of obviously the finances that he brings to a fight, the eyeballs that he brings to a fight. So he'll get more opportunities than a dangerous opponent.
Well, let's talk about the commitment to it, right? Let's talk about that because this young man, he put real boxing trainers around him. No fluff guys. He had myself come in. He had Jalolov-Onoriode come in. He had Third Chambers come in. Who all these guys come from the Crunk system, which is a very hard, challenging system. A lot of world champions came out of that. He brought real top level guys in. He brought James Lockwood in, who's worked with all the top guys, even Devin Haney. He as a nutritionist, he brought in the top guys in the sport.
Oh man. Wow. Wow. Is he on Wi-Fi? Like, I mean, come on. At this point, I don't have to say we've never had this happen. All right. One of us gonna get tired. Coach, I don't know. Are you on
Can
Wi-Fi
you hear
or
me?
is it cell? What is it? No Wi-Fi over
I don't know.
there?
I got full service over here though.
I
I don't know.
know.
I
So
have full service.
crazy.
All my bars, 5G. I'm sitting still. So it's unfortunate, but this young man, he has put real top level guys around him. Like I said, Theodore Chambers from the Crunk Gym System. Jalen Love. He had Shane Mosley Sr. come in. He had James Lockwood come in. He had all top level guys come in, and nobody was holding back on him. I can promise you, everybody was at his head, and he toughed it out and he got it done. So I see nothing but bigger opportunity for him. And if you think about most amateurs that come from an amateur background to turn pro, they usually don't have that level of experience around them when they start their career.
That's right.
They have to earn their way up and pay their way up and get enough money to get a top level trainer. But he's been able to get a lot of top level guys around him and start to instill the mentality that's needed to get there. Nobody was holding back. So I was proud of the work he did, and I was proud of the team and what they did.
And obviously, you got Robeisy Ramirez. What's next with him? Are you going to continue to work with him? And what are you expecting?
Absolutely.
There's been some talk of Inoue moving up and possibly challenging some of these 26-pounders now that he's won some titles at 22. Obviously, they want him to fight Tapales first and be undisputed, but it sounds like, a
Yep.
few months from now, maybe a half a year from now, a potential fight with the champions at 26. And Robeisy being in-house with Top Rank makes sense.
Well, let's just start with Tapales. Tapales is mine too. So he got to go through my
Oh,
guy
wow,
Tapales
really?
first. Yeah, I was training Tapales for when he got the unified belt in April 8th.
Oh,
I've been in
wow.
his camp.
Shout out
So
to you,
this,
Coach.
bro, it's been about 6 world titles this year, bro. But he gonna have to go through that guy first, and we're gonna start and stop with that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
As far as Robeisy is concerned, Robeisy is a super talent. He's not normal. He is definitely has a huge IQ in that ring. There aren't a lot of boxers like him, even in this game. I don't care what weight division. And he can just do things that other people can't do because of the vision he has. And not only just a vision, the boy can punch. He's smart. He's quick. He's explosive. He has all the skills necessary. And I really feel like he has an opportunity to unify 26. Now, if that other fight happens to come up at 26, say a year, 2 years from now, he'll be right here waiting for him. He's built like that. He has everything he needs.
So that's Caleb, Robeisy, Jake, Rolly.
Okay, we got to start from the bottom. We're going to start from the bottom. Because that way, Jay Bonilla at 115, right? We got let's see, we'll go 26. No, Marlon Tapales at 22. At 26, Robeisy Ramirez at 30. Pablo Vicente, who's ranked number 2 in the world, at 40. Rolly at 54. I just picked up Gomez, who just lost his fight not too long ago, but and then at let's see, 60, Shane Mosley Jr.
Wait,
That's
Yoelvis Gomez.
Yes. I just picked him up. The kid's talented. He lost that fight, and I want to help him get back to the top. The kid he can thump. He just had a bad outing, and he's back in Vegas training with Salas and me. So Salas and I, should I say? And so he's at 54. Let's see, 60. I got Shane Mosley Jr. at 68. I got Caleb. I have no one at 75. I have 3 guys at cruiser. But of course, Jake being one of them, Badu Jack is always going to be my guy. Anytime.
Why they hating on this interview, bruh? This has got to be a joke. Come on back, Coach. Come on back. We was almost done. Actually, we didn't even get to the people's questions. Damn, that is so it's corny. He probably tired. Like, man, I ain't coming back, man. Shit. Every time I say that, he jump right on. You were saying 3 cruiserweights. Badu Jack is always
Hey,
gonna be your guy.
hey, I forgot one too. A world champion, Kazuto Ioka at
Okay.
115. He won the world title against Franco this year as well. He's my guy as well. Um, got Joe Joyce and
So you still with Joyce
Tristan. Yes.
for this rematch?
Yes.
So he's here in
Yep.
Vegas.
Yes.
So what can you do
And
different? Because he didn't seem to get tired. It was more about just one
no,
dude banged more, right?
well, it's a couple of things. One, at the end of the day, he has to get out of the way of that left hand. That's first thing.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing is I feel like we had some nutritional issues along the way that were actually brought up during camp, the last camp, and I feel like we paid for it. in a number of ways. And I think that the only way you become great at what you do is to be able for everyone to put their stuff on the line in an honesty standpoint and get to the truth of the matter and then actually fix those problems so you don't deal with that now. I can promise you the young man that you saw in there is going to be much bigger the night of this next fight. He's not going to be, well, I don't know how many stones they say in England, but he ain't going to be 250, nothing. I can promise you that. And you learn,
So,
you live and you learn.
but
And,
but is that going to slow him down though, Coach? Now putting on weight.
no, no, I don't feel like that's going to be a problem. I feel as if um, there comes a certain level of durability and a certain level of power that comes with size, especially in the heavyweight division, right? So if you got a guy who, if just say you got a ball that's 30 pounds and you throw it at 100 miles an hour, and then you get a ball that's 100 pounds and you throw it at 100 miles an hour, the impact is definitely going to be much larger and much harder at a 100-pound ball. So you got to get a guy, which he is, who's durable, strong, big, and he can bring the type of power with him every time he touches you. And I think that's really important. And I felt like it was really important for the last fight as well. And so, everyone goes through their cycle, and as a team, you figured out what the problem is. And from a boxing standpoint, from a nutritional standpoint, from a strength conditioning standpoint, and this camp has been a totally different camp.
I got GP 3000. What fighter have you worked with that you would say was your hardest worker, and which fighter was the best, like just pure talent?
Oof. I got to give the hardest worker statement to Caleb Plant. Caleb works his ass off. He puts in a lot of work, and he makes sure that he tries to go up and be above and beyond what's needed. So I would say Caleb works. He would definitely get the hardest worker. And but there's some other guys that's close. Badu Jack is right there. Sean Porter's right there, and Jake Paul is right there. To be honest with you, but those guys have definitely put in. Those guys work their ass off. But it would be Caleb from a talent standpoint. Robesi Ramirez is special, bro. He is. Robesi's special. He's not like everybody else, bro. I don't care what no. Y'all got to really get to see this young man. This young man is not like everybody else. I don't care what they say from a boxing standpoint. He could just do things and see things that I just don't see many people able to see and do. So he has a gift. And not to say that my other athletes don't, because they became world champions for a reason. But I knew 2 years ago that this kid was special, and I'm just grateful that I'm part of the team.
James Valdez, San Antonio, Texas. Should Earl Spence jump right back into the rematch with Bud, or should he get a tune-up at 154 first? And do you think his mantra of no tune-ups backfired on him in their first fight by having 15 months to get in that ring, actually, with Crawford since his last fight? Holy shit, he dropped off again. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. He's coming back. We're going to leave his name on the screen and everything. While we wait for him, go ahead and smash that thumbs up. Don't be a hater. There you go. You need me to repeat the question, Coach?
Kicking me out because they keep saying, thanks for joining. It kicks me off. But listen, to answer that question, I feel as if we don't know what happened in camps. Camps are very complicated. We don't know how Earl's camp went. We don't know if he, had good sparring or whatever the case may be. But if I'm Earl, I'm not quick to jump back into that ring with Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is a dog in there, and he gonna come even harder the second time around. I feel like if I'm Earl, I'm taking a little time off away from that, spend some time with my family, and then regroup with your coach, Derek James. I hate the way they just dogged Derek James after this fight. And I really do, because just a year ago we was talking about how amazing he is, and now he has a bad fight. Now he's not good. No, the guy's great. He had a bad fight. It didn't go the way he wanted. That doesn't determine him not being a good trainer. Derek, keep doing what you're doing. I feel like the best way for Errol Spence to get a tune-up at 154, yes, get a fight, work on some of the things that may be a problem, and then come back and fight for your title. That's what I feel like the best route is.
All right. I have Optimus Prime, much respect to you, Coach. Which new fighter that you train stands out to you as a future champion?
Jake.
Oh, wow.
Jake Paul. Yeah, because a lot of my guys been in the game and they're good, and they've already established themselves as being already on their way up that ladder. Jake gets questioned every time he takes a step. So for a guy who has 7, 8 fights, and me to see his work ethic, to see his commitment, to see his true athleticism, this guy is a real athlete. Do you understand? A real athlete. And so when you got a guy who has that level of athleticism, that level of dog and fight in him and commitment, it's hard to stop a guy like that from being successful. I think we just have to give him more time, keep the right kind of people around him, and then he has a great chance to be able to pull that off. So I would have to say him.
Coach, that's all the questions, man. If you can, give out your social media and direct the audience to where they can find you. We do appreciate you for putting up with the getting kicked out. I don't know what's going on.
I would have rather came in and did those shows. So next time, let me come in. I'd rather
You
do that.
got it. You
Hey,
got
so
it.
listen,
You
you
got
guys
it.
can follow me at Coach Larry Wade at every platform. Coach Larry Wade at Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever there is Coach Larry Wade. And listen, thank all you guys for supporting boxing. Thank all you guys for supporting the Boxing Voice. Thank you guys for supporting me and these athletes because they really put a lot on the line. They sacrifice a lot with their families. And if you really understood how much they had to give up, you would definitely value what they do. Thank you guys so much because we understand without you, there's no us. So keep being great, keep being amazing, keep pushing, and let no one tell you what you can't acquire. Just keep on working at it. You got it.
Let's go. Appreciate you. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you,
Coach
sir.
Larry Wade. We're going out to Ortiz. What up? Ortiz.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, Ortiz?
¿Qué pasó? Yo, I've been on here a minute. I haven't been. Is Anderson fighting this week?
Who? Jared?
Anderson? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I didn't know that. That was a quick turnaround. I saw his last fight with Franklin. I didn't think he looked too bad, too
You
terrible.
mean Martin.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Martin. Anderson and Martin. Yeah, I saw the last fight. I don't know who he's fighting. I never heard of this dude. Is he good? I don't know his record.
Yeah, he's been in there with some other guys. He's 39, though.
He's 39. Do you know his record by chance? Is he a power puncher? Or
I mean, it's a heavyweight. They're all power punches. Nah?
yo, can you hear me? I lost connection.
I hear you.
Yo, Ness.
We hear you, brother. Te escuchamos. All right, Ortiz, you are in a
Ness.
You are in a no zone. We got CYP $10. Greatest guest ever. Salute to Coach Larry Wade. We appreciate him coming on. That is everybody. Catch me on the next one mañana in the morning. Nest GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Peace.